Hey everyone, welcome to Crypto Conversation, and this is your host Shay. So I want to start by asking who actually watched this video, this interview yesterday, which was on Mirror Now, and this is conducted by Faye D'Souza, who I must say is one of the more very popular journalists, and she has a Bitcoin debate. She had about six people on the panel and discussing Bitcoin. It was a very interesting debate. And what do you think? Did you watch it? If you did, what do you think? What's your opinion on that video? Please let me know by in the comment below. And of course, I'm going to share my opinion. What do I think about the entire discussion here? All right. Now, the let's look at some other news. The Litecoin has surged to $350 yesterday, $334 yesterday night, and now it's correcting a little bit. So we're going to talk about Litecoin. We're also going to talk about the SEC has issued a warning again to the investors and public, cautioning them about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency investment. That's in US. Similarly, that's something that happened in India as well. So thank you so much, guys, for everyone coming back. Welcome to Crypto Conversation. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe. If you take interest in Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, ICOs, news developments, market sentiments, you should definitely subscribe to this channel. So thank you so much. And let's start by coinmarketcap.com. So one of the surprise yesterday was Litecoin. It wasn't stopping. It wasn't stopping for last 2 days. You can see the Litecoin price for the first time ever. The Litecoin has gone to $306. I've been watching this Litecoin for about a year at 60, 70, 30, 40. And all of a sudden, not only crossing that $100 mark, but crossing the $300 mark as well. And listen, what this guy, so let me show you this. So now Gratz says he would sell Litecoin after its massive surge, since Bitcoin hitting 40K within a few months. Now, who is he? He is a CEO of Galaxy Investment Partners, and he says the firm is launching its cryptocurrency fund by the end of this week, guys. So Galaxy Investment Partners, the company is launching a cryptocurrency investment fund. He is the CEO. If you want to see his picture, he's saying that as soon as the Litecoin hits the highest mark, which could be 300, for nobody knows what is the highest mark, but I think it has already touched the highest mark. Now there is a correction. So he made a statement that he will sell off his Litecoin and buy rather Bitcoin. Why? Because Bitcoin is going to touch $40,000 in a couple of months from now. And of course, one of the reasons would be because of Bitcoin futures trading being started. Now, what did Charlie Lee, the creator of Litecoin, he said that, okay, sorry to spoil the party, but I need to rein this excitement a bit. Buying Litecoin is extremely risky. I expect us to have a multi-year bear market like the one we just had, where LTC dropped by 90% in value from $48 to $4. It has happened once. So if you cannot handle the LTC drop, Litecoin dropping from $20, don't buy. So very, very honest enough, very transparent enough, warning people that don't get too much excited with the price hike of Litecoin. Be prepared for a drop as well, if at all there is any. So I would always suggest, guys, that no matter which cryptocurrencies are investing in, to diversify your portfolio, because it's always risky to keep all your funds in one cryptocurrencies. Let it be Bitcoin or Ethereum or Dash, to have a diversification. I think that makes sense. But of course, I would like to hear your opinion as well. So this was the news. The Bitcoin.com, the one supported by Roger Ver. Now, recently he's been an advocate of Bitcoin Cash. I mean, he went on to say that maybe Bitcoin Cash is the real Bitcoin. He said he is coming up with a Visa debit card. So what does it mean? So in case if you have a Bitcoin Cash, if you want to spend it at the local merchant shop, you don't even have to. And if the local merchant shop does not accept Bitcoins or cryptocurrencies from you, you don't have to worry, because you can still swipe your Visa debit card that will let you spend your Bitcoin Cash. So this is definitely, in terms of adoption, Roger will definitely want more and more people to use Bitcoin Cash. And he's trying his best so that everybody starts using Bitcoin Cash and maybe make it more popular than what Bitcoin is. And another thing is My Ether wallet. My Ether wallet has been the one wallet which has been the target by maximum scammers. I mean, you will see a lot of phishing links on the internet, on your email. Now in wallet, there was a fake wallet in the on Apple store, and which Apple has managed to remove it, uh, which is in terms of my wallet. So do be careful, guys, when you're accessing my Ether wallet. Do make sure that you're accessing the genuine and check the messages, check the HTTPS things, and like bookmark it if possible. So every time you have to access it, you don't have to search all the time for my Ether wallet. You can just click, take the searches, trusted links from your bookmarks, and then you can start accessing it. Coming back to the SEC chairman Jake Clayton, he has cautioned all the investors of cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin, and that is in the US, saying that the cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin are investments are risky to security, to things like that. Similarly, what RBI has issued here in India, that was the third warning. So again, he said that the cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin investments are risky. Now, however, one thing which is we still have a question which I'm not able to understand is that even though SEC chairman said that it's risky, and the regulators have allowed Bitcoin futures trading on CME and CBOE group, and now Nasdaq going to start. So there is a contradiction statement of what exactly is happening. Is he referring to the ICOs only, or is he also referring to Bitcoin as well? Is there is a confusion here? Is he only warning people about ICOs or Bitcoin as well? So this is from the SEC. This is their official website and things like that. Let's jump onto the something that I'm really keen to talk to you about. So this was a debate yesterday. 6 people about talking about how there is a lot of curiosity among people. All of a sudden, there is a lot of curiosity among people, which I can see myself, that everybody wants to learn about Bitcoin, understand, invest about Bitcoin. And so considering that there was this debate, let me play this for a while.
Rational reason. In fact, the biggest reason why people are investing in Bitcoins is because of the Panama Paradise Papers.
Okay.
Explain that. See, what happened was that if you had a bank account in let's say the Cayman Islands, nobody would know what the balance of the account was. But with the Panama Paradise Papers, we started knowing who owns how much money.
Right.
Now, if that same money was invested in Bitcoins, then even God wouldn't know who the real.
See, now people do have different opinions of why people are using Bitcoin, right? And maybe it is to a certain extent. Maybe some people there are who are using Bitcoin for their own internal purpose. Now, however, what I fail to understand, nobody ever actually spoke about the global perspective of what Bitcoin is, because this is what I understand. Bitcoin is nothing but a technology. And Bitcoin can be used for bad purposes and the good purposes also. A lot of focus in this interview went on how Bitcoin has been used for bad purposes and will be used for bad purposes for in future. However, nobody spoke about the good sides of Bitcoin, how Bitcoin can bring a new revolution, apart from a couple of people, of course, who are talking about Bitcoin, how this can change, for example.
So get me, and I want to ask Ritesh Bhatia this question, because we were talking about people being black, shocking. Bitcoins are now, if I'm not mistaken, 1 Bitcoin is equal to a Honda City, 10 iPhones, and this started off as a coin. So it's moved up so sharply that people who, if we told them, if we told them don't touch it 3 weeks ago, they would have turned around today and fired you as an investment advisor because they've lost so much money in the process. But I'm going to go back to the rest of our panel.
Linked my Aadhaar card to my Bitcoin wallet.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't yet linked it to my mobile phone, but
if the whole thing crashes.
So
what is this Bitcoin thing?
Okay, by the way, guys, he is Ty Lopez talking about Bitcoin, talking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. This page just started on my YouTube channel. See, look at the guys who are talking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. But what I feared weird here is that, unfortunately, in mainstream media, I don't know. I mean, people not even talking about the bigger picture of what Bitcoin can bring into the world. And this is what I believe, that no country, forget about India, I mean, no country can ever afford to stay away from this cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin anymore, especially while after Japan, Australia, and has legalized it as a payment method, and Nasdaq and CME, CBOE have started trading at Bitcoin futures, and it's very difficult for any country to stay away from this revolution, and it's like saying that I wouldn't be using internet. I mean, who's in the loss? It's in the country, because if you're not adopting if you're not adopting the global economy, if you're not a part of the global economy, then you're definitely missing out on something. So this is something which was missing on this in this panel discussion. Everybody was talking about Bitcoin as an investment. First of all, what we need to understand, Bitcoin is not an investment. It's a technology, and anybody who's putting their money into it should, their money should be equivalent to their knowledge that they have about the entire technology, right? So this was more focused on investment, and of course people had opinion why it is bad. And I mean, one person went on to say that since Bitcoin has been used for bad purposes, people should not be using it at all. So what you're saying is basically, if one thing, for example, any technology has been used for bad activity earlier, then people should not be using for the good activity also. It doesn't mean the technology itself is bad. It's the intention of the people. For example, rupees, dollar as well. People use it for good things, but people also use it for bad purposes as well. So this was something which was missing in the entire interview. I think it should have been more focused on education part of it, and people would have focused on what are the things it's going to bring, what are the changes it's going to bring to the world, and what are the plus points, what are the other countries are doing, what is the whole world doing about it, instead of just focusing on the bad activities. So definitely I want to hear, please let me know what do you think. If you have watched this video, please let me know what do you think about this. Your knowledge, your support is really required. Your comments are really required. And lastly, I would like to say this, guys, that let's not be driven by the price at all. So this is the beautiful article that I found, that Bitcoin, price of a Bitcoin, either it's $1, it's $1,000, or either $1 million. Price does not matter. What matters its existence. We should always look at what Bitcoin is bringing to the world. It's a paradigm shift, how it's decentralizing money by the people, for the people. And just be proud to be a Bitcoiner. There are those who have one eye on the stock ticker all the day, ready to push the eject button when the things get a little scary. But the fact of the matter is that Bitcoin is here to stay, and it should be celebrated for what it can do, not what price heights it can reach. Definitely something that I can relate to. You should always cherish Bitcoin, and you should always use Bitcoin, talk about Bitcoin to what it can do, not because it is going up in the price. It's a technology which has changed the paradigm, which has changed the things used to work. It has decentralized the money. It has given the power in the common people's hand, and that is what Bitcoin should be known for. Not just for the investment, and this was the focus of the debate. Anyway, I will leave up to you. Do let me know what you think about the entire interview here. Sorry if it is a long video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe, and let's get updated, guys. Let's stay updated. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a like as well. Thank you so much, and see you and take care.